Buddha declared, "You give up worrying about your work. What are your desires? Do you desire a roof? I'll give it to you. Do you desire food on a daily basis? I'll give it to you. All you need to do is take a seat and experience joy. For the rest of your life, I will provide for you. Are you able to? No, you want to make mistakes every single day. Some claim to just be employed for financial gain. I reassured her, saying there would be no issues because I would provide her with food and shelter every day. All you have to do is say, every day I want to see tears of bliss. That is the only prerequisite. You just need to sit here contentedly. There's no effort involved, no serving me, no producing anything at all. We will worship you and feed you. No, thus the issue isn't with your job, your life, or the environment you live in. Rather, it's simply that you haven't taken the required steps to enable this one, referring to oneself, to pass through this smoothly and elegantly. We are merely hoping it will happen by mistake because the necessary work has not been completed. It is not a random occurrence. Many individuals believe that the United States of America is paradise. However, locals don't believe that at all. Is that not the case? Is it true or not? Many people throughout the world are fighting to enter the nation. 10 million people will cross the southern borders first thing tomorrow morning if you open them, since they believe that this is heaven. However, that is not how you are perceiving it, is it? Because neither heaven nor hell is a physical location, you are not seeing this as paradise. Isn't that what you make of yourself, paradise and hell? There's been too much talk of paradise because too many people have made a mess of themselves. Would you discuss going to heaven if you had created a heaven out of yourself? I want to know if, as you sit here feeling euphoric right now, you would strive to go to heaven. Participants, not at all. Sadhguru, after it occurred, early in the 20th century, there was an Orthodox Greek church and a bishop from that church. Did you know that Orthodox Greeks have their own church and pope who resides in Turkey? Those in attendance, indeed. Sadhguru, a bishop from this order, was interested in visiting India since he had heard so much about Indian mysticism, but because he had to serve the cloak he was wearing, he never managed to make it. Additionally, at the age of 60, when he is semi-retired, when the chance arose, he traveled to India. Thus, he traveled to South India, not far from here, with the intention of meeting a yogi or mystic. So someone suggested, go up this mountain, there's a yogi sitting near a cave, you can go. Thus, our man plodded halfway up the mountain and continued. An elderly man was sitting with his eyes closed in front of a cave, a soft smile on his face. The bishop then went and knelt down. He's unable to accomplish it. He's not cut out for it, but they had told him you have to crawl to India. He knelt in this position and stood up using all 4 limbs. The yogi grinned and gave him a funny look, pointing out that he had clearly never prostrated before. I am like this. I am a bishop. I have served in the church for so long, but I have a few questions. The bishop then added, could you respond? Yes, the yogi said with a smile. Please answer any query you may have. The bishop then inquired, what is life? 60 years old, laughs. What is life all about? With closed eyelids, the yogi declared, life is like the fragrance of a jasmine on the spring breeze, exuding a deep sense of happiness. And while he was saying this, happy tears sprang out of his eyes. The bishop responded, no, no, no. According to our Pope, life is like a thorn and we have to give it up. Additionally, Jesus himself figuratively wore a crown of thorns. Thus, why do you say this, contrary to what our Pope says? Well, that's his life, the yogi said, grinning at him. Laughter. So what you make of it is just what you make of it, isn't it? Regardless of where you are or who you are. Those in attendance, indeed. Sadhguru. So in order to make something smell like the scent of jasmine on a spring breeze rather than a thorn, have you established the required mechanism, system and components within yourself? Isn't it necessary to pull out the thorn if it is one? Is that not the case?